Hey guys, so I first want to apologize. This one may sound a little weird. It may be either heavily edited or not edited at all. You might hear some very interesting things in the background shortly. You'll probably hear my humidifier, and that's part of the reason why this one may sound a little weird. So I have a cold, if you guys can't tell, and it hit me middle of this week, and I've been feeling it for the last week or so, and I thought, okay, this podcast, I'm gonna wait until, it gets closer to my due date and posting date, just because I really didn't want to sound like this and be sneezing and sniffling throughout the entire podcast. But unfortunately, it is actually 3 a.m. Sunday morning, technically. So I'm just recorded this a couple hours ago. Yeah, so I have actually sadly nothing prepared. I had a couple things I was wanting to do, but I'm gonna wait until I can talk about them in length and sound a little better. So, one thing I'm actually going to talk about is some of the things that happened to me today while shopping, and you'll see them on Monday's vlog. Hopefully, you'll see them tomorrow's vlog. I'll be doing that editing. I'll be editing that up later tonight. By the time you hear this, I'll hopefully have it edited and ready to go. But anyway, so today me and my mom went out shopping, did our normal weekly stuff, and first thing we did, we went to the mall and had our usual mall lunch. That was cool. But we noticed Simon Mall are now doing these, they've got a stand that's Dragon's Breath. If you don't know what Dragon's Breath is, hopefully I can put up a picture here. But yeah, it is so freaking cool. But, pretty much what it is it's these Korean cereal Fruit Loops, pretty much. It's a Korean Fruit Loop ball, and then it's soaked in liquid nitrogen, and as you bite into it, the nitrogen comes out of your mouth. It's so freaking cool. Maybe I'll put in a clip of us. Well, no, you'll see it tomorrow's vlog. But oh my god, it was so freaking cool. Was really, what was really weird about it was the fact that mom last night, just the night before, had just refound that video of the Dragon's Breath, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that a long time ago. I think like the nearest one's in like New York, and then we go into the mall, and there it is. So I was like, are you serious right now? What the crap? It's here. Um, and the day just got weirder from there. So we did try some. So like I said, you'll see that in tomorrow's vlog. But it is so cool. Like I said, if you've got a Simon Mall near you, see if they've got it. They said they're slowly starting to put them in all the Simon Malls. So definitely look for one near you if you haven't already. But then the day progressed into weirdness. Because most of it, well, I didn't put a whole lot of this in my vlog. Mainly only just filmed at the mall, because if you guys will see, my camera battery died, which is charging right now. So from there, sorry guys, I had to turn my heater on because it is cold in my room. So there's some interesting background. But so after lunch, we went, did our shopping and stuff. What's really interesting is we've just finished watching The Librarians on DVD, what's available right now. And I've exhausted most of the TV series in my Netflix queue. So it's like, okay, what do we watch now? So as we're packing and doing some stuff, moving some stuff around and sorting through things, I refound our Castle seasons 1 through 7. I don't have the newest season, the last season, but I got the other ones, and I was like, let's just rewatch Castle. Nathan Fillion's awesome. And it was funny, as we were leaving, I told Mom I wanted to stop at Barnes & Noble to see if they had Rick Castle, which is his character, Nathan Fillion's character, seeing if they have any of his books, because they actually do have real books, but it says by Richard Castle, hopefully. And so it was just weird that we did that. So we went over to our favorite Ollie's Bargain Outlet. You guys probably heard me talk about that place before, and you've seen me in there a couple times with my vlog. But I went in there, and lo and behold, there's one of his books at Ollie's. Never seen it there before, but the one day that I had decided, you know what, I want to see if I can find one of his books, there it is. Okay, weird. But then we go to the dollar store whereas trying to buy or kind of looking at stuff for Wednesday's video, and I was like, okay, I went through and found a few things. Do you guys know that wax paper is hard to find now? So yeah, that's a fun thing I'm having right now. I'm saying right now a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I told you my head's not here. But so we went to the dollar store and we bought a bunch of things. And maybe I'll do a haul video this Friday about some of the things we bought. I don't know yet. Um, but we bought a bunch of stuff and there was only 2 registers open. Classic any store. And there was maybe 2 people in line ahead of us. We had maybe about 10 items in our hand. And this old lady in front of us just looks back at the line and she goes, "Miss," and goes like 2 people behind us and tells this lady that, "Come here." And it's like, okay. And she said, "You can go ahead of me." And me and Mom and like the lady behind us, we all just kind of looked at each other and was like, did she just pull somebody 2 or 3 behind her to go in the line in front of her? She didn't ask any of us between her and the lady she chose. She didn't ask any of us. She didn't, say anything. She just said, "Miss, come here," and then proceeded to let her in front of her. So which one thing I was talking about of the be a nice customer, that is going on the list of do not be so nice to one person that you're being rude to other people. So yeah, it was nice of her to let that lady in front of her, but she then was rude to the 3 of us that she also let cut in front of. We actually talked to the cashier afterwards, and she said, "Oh, I didn't even realize that's what was going on. If you told me that, I wouldn't have checked her out. I told her to get back in line." I was like, "Yeah, right, you would have." But that's at least nice that you said that. So that was what else happened. We go to Barnes and Noble anyway. Found one of Castle's books on clearance. That was fun. And then did our normal Walmart shopping. Sorry guys, this is the fun I'm going to say. But no, really, I just kind of want to talk about, one, find a Dragon's Breath near you. That place is awesome. But the whole thing of, being nice to some people by being rude to other people. And, a lot of the other things of when you're shopping and when you're as a customer, you may be thinking what you're doing is nice or what you're doing is okay. But what you don't know is 20 people just cussed you out. Just so you know. I mean, sweet little old lady. I mean, I know she had the best intentions and everything. Good for her. Bless her old heart. And if you're Southerner, you know what I said there. The little old lady, bless her heart, she had all the great intentions of what she was doing. I mean, she was being nice to that lady, but in turn was being rude to me, Mom, and the family behind us. There might have been one other person behind them. But I mean, it was just like one of those, what? It's like those people who sit there in traffic and let car after car in front of them. Yeah, you're being nice to those people, not making them sit there any longer, but you're also being rude to the 20 cars behind you who are now slamming on their horns. So just think what you're doing, and if you're especially doing something like letting somebody in front of you in the grocery line and they're not the person directly behind you, which, first of all, who does that? I mean, I've had people who, it's like, okay, yeah, the person right behind them, hey, you've got fewer things than I do. But she purposefully looked back in the line, judged how many items we had, and then proceeded to select the winner. Oh, that reminds me, one of the other things that happened today when we were at Ollie's, it was one of those, what? Moments, as we were going in, there was this old couple and their probably older, son. They're still at home, probably special needs son. He was with them, and then there was a younger mother-daughter, between, behind them, and then there was us. And as we were walking towards the door, through the parking lot, well, across the street, up onto the sidewalk. The son holds the door open for his parents and for the mom and daughter behind them. And then it wasn't like, I get it if you don't want to hold the door open for everybody, especially if you're trying to get to the rest of your party. But it's not like he just let go of the door and, so that way I would grab my own door. He was actually pulling it closed behind him, which, okay, you're shutting the door, but you're shutting the door literally in my face. I mean, like, it was just one of those, what? I mean, first of all, you're being rude by holding the door open for the people in front of us, but then not holding it open for us. But hey, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need a man to hold the door open for me. But then he proceeded not only to continue inside, but to actually pull the door with him. I just like, if I didn't need to buy some stuff there, I would just walked away and be like, really? Really, did this just happen? So, yeah, that's my rants for today. That was just the stuff that happened today. That's all I got to talk about. Unfortunately, hopefully next week, I want to, my podcast will be my Me Too story. I haven't really talked about it a lot, mainly because there's still a potential of stuff. I don't want anybody to get blamed, or I don't want anybody to attack the people involved, because I may or may not have mentioned people or places in, my previous vlogs that may lead up to who I'm talking about. So I'm kind of hesitant to talk about it, and I will talk about it, but I will be leaving out names and as much details about personal stuff that I can. And it's not that horrible of a story compared to a lot of these other women, but it is my story of sexual harassment in the workplace, and I think it needs to be told. So look forward to that next week to hear my Me Too story. But now I need to edit you and go to bed, and yay, upload Jen probably in the morning. Alright guys, so that was fun. Bunch of rambling for me. I will see you guys tomorrow with my weekly vlog update. Love, peace, bye, and thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. See ya!